Cricbuzz Comm Box, we hate to say we told you so, and we like any script to change its path and for new twists and turns to happen. Unfortunately, in the company of Joy Bhattacharjya and Cricbuzz Comm Box, we said orange, it's sticking to orange, and you have to feel joy for the men in pink because they did pretty much everything right, from ball in hand, the adventure of sending Stokes up front.
No, absolutely. They did their best. I think they tried to change the script, as it were. Very interesting to see how even SRH had such specific plans. So for Joss Butler, Bairstow was standing up, so that he couldn't run out Sandeep Sharma. So both teams were very, very. You can make out a lot of plans and preparation have gone into it. And obviously, at this stage, losing those 3 early wickets and now losing Robin Uthappa, it's looking a bit tough for them.
Yeah, just to confirm, right at the very top, if you'll have a look at Joss Butler, Ben Stokes, Steve Smith, that's 3 massive wickets. Yes, Sanju Samson is still there. Remember, he's playing his 100th IPL game, and that is absolutely massive. And we felt that it could be a sense of occasion for him. So you wouldn't count them out as long as Sanju Samson is around. And there's another magician by the name of Rahul Tewatia who can pull something out of the bag. But you can't keep going back to Tewatia each time, Joy. They're in trouble.
No, I don't think Tewatia is the kind of batsman who's going to get them, 5, 6, 7 overs of consistent cricket. But what can happen is, if somehow Samson and Parag can take it close, then people like Tewatia and Archer can really, if it's about 15, 20 in the last 2 overs, they can swing their bats and get it. You know what I mean? So the important thing now for Rajasthan is to take the game deep. Take them to do what CSK used to do on a regular basis, say 2-3 years ago, and succeed, which is take them to maybe 25 for 2 and then hit a couple of lusty hits and get it through. And I think that's what they're looking at. Samson is playing perhaps the most controlled innings I've seen him in this IPL. I feel bad for Robin, because Robin was playing very well as well, not taking any risks, playing sensibly, just one of those days. Rashid Khan is such a fine bowler that, keeping him away is so difficult.
Yeah, it had to be, because it was a question of, obviously, mentally they looked as if they were going to try and play him out. But once you get to a stage, A, wickets lost, B, required rate climbing, then you have to tell yourself, even if plan A was to play Rashid out, plan B will have to be to attack him. But you're right, Jofra Archer, not just with ball in hand, but he's shown his usefulness with the bat. And today just might be the day, not just for Rajasthan and Jofra Archer, but for all those out there who picked him in your My 11 Circle team and made him captain like yours truly.
You certainly seem to be hoping. I think the big hope there, I think what Rajasthan will be looking at very seriously is the 5th bowler. Because Abhishek is, they've got 2 overs out of Abhishek, and they've got 1 over out of Vijay Shankar. Both have gone for 11. So that 5th bowler is obviously leaking runs, and somewhere they're going to find those 2 overs. And if I'm Rajasthan, if I'm Sanju Samson, I'm telling myself, whoever comes on, I'm going to take 25 in those 2 at least.
Yeah, we had a look at that bowling card, and you can see there's 2 overs of Rashid Khan left. So it's pretty much somebody in that dugout sitting, making the right calculations and saying, okay, 2 more, let's give him 12 runs. It's okay. Milk him for a single every ball and look at the required rate after that from the rest of the bowlers. So still a chance for Rajasthan, you would reckon, with a few ifs and buts?
Absolutely. And if you look at it, the run rate, the required is about 9.1, 9.2. Under normal circumstances, you take that every day of the week. It's just because this has been a particularly difficult surface to bat on that you're looking. Otherwise, you'd almost say it's advantage the team chasing. 9 is in 10 overs is not that big a score.
Yeah, and if you were Chennai, of course, it could mean that you've probably won the match already if the required rate was 9 and over. But this is a different team. It's a different surface. It's different circumstances. And we still lean towards orange. But as we said, it's one of those games, head versus heart. You're still hoping that the men in pink can somehow push their way and we can see a miracle. Whatever happens, we will wrap it all up at the end, because remember, it's not just a wrap-up show. It's a look ahead to the next game, which is Mumbai versus Delhi. So action-packed conversation coming up in possibly an hour's time. We'll see you then. My 11 Circle presents Cricbuzz Live.